Well, here are winning numbers from the Saturday Washington State online triple choice lottery game and the Lotto game. The drawing for Lotto is once a week on Saturdays, while the triple choice drawing is 6 days a week. Triple choice. Here's your Lotto numbers: 3, 4, 16, 21, 23, and 24. In British Columbia news, police in Vancouver, the Vancouver area, are urging motorists to stay home following an afternoon snowfall. In Coquitlam and West Vancouver, where up to 10 centimeters of snow has fallen so far, say many roads are impassable, and they report numerous fender bender accidents. A spokesman for the Continuing Care Employer Relations Association says BC's nurses have broken an agreement to provide essential services in their strike against long-term care residents in BC. And BC's 5,000 doctors and the provincial government have reached a tentative agreement for a new fee schedule effective March 31st. BC's chief provincial court judge says he'll continue his full trial duties despite a ruling from a colleague saying judges should not hold trials because they are not independent of the Attorney General's office or ministry. And the International Union of Operating Engineers is threatening a raiding war against the United Steelworkers of America after losing its 1,200-member bargaining unit at the Quintet coal mine to the rival mining union. Federal New Democratic Party leader Ed Broadbent has called for the resignation of Solicitor General Elmer MacKay. Broadbent was in Vancouver for a party strategy session at which he called for more jobs and equality in the workplace for women. After 61 years, a Pioneer Vancouver Ford dealer is switching stables and will run with the General Motors pack. Dominion Vancouver Motors, one of the few downtown car dealers left in the city, will officially make the switch March 1st. The BC government has handed the Vancouver Stock Exchange the responsibility for registering local stockbrokers and brokerage houses. Bus drivers in the Lower Mainland are carrying knives, repellents, and wooden blocks to fend off attackers. Others are packing nightsticks and large flashlights. Union boss Colin Kelly says, fearing for their safety, drivers are taking steps to arm themselves for protection. Now let's turn to sports news. The Philadelphia Flyers snatched an important road win last night over the Washington Capitals. Brian Propp's goal with just 2 seconds to play in the third period lifted the Flyers to a 5-4 win over the Caps. While the Flyers and Caps continue their battle atop the Patrick standings, the New York Islanders have been quietly making a move of their own. Last night the Isles earned their 4th straight win, dumping the Pittsburgh Penguins 4-1. And the Adams Division leading Buffalo Sabres continued their hot streak with a 6-1 win over the Calgary Flames. The league-leading Edmonton Oilers squeaked out a 6-5 win over the Detroit Red Wings. And the St. Louis Blues extended their unbeaten streak to 7 games with a 4-2 win over the Minnesota North Stars. Meanwhile, the Chicago Blackhawks remain 9 points behind the front-running Blues in the Norris Division with a 6-5 win over the Boston Bruins. In Montreal, the struggling Toronto Maple Leafs crushed the Canadiens 6-2. There were a couple of overtime ties yesterday. The New York Rangers and Whalers skated to a 2-2 draw in Hartford, and the New Jersey Devils and Quebec Nordiques also settled for a 2-2 tie. University of Washington Huskies are now in sole possession of 4th place in a tight Pac-10 race. The Huskies basketball team took a 67-61 come-from-behind victory over the UCL Bruins yesterday. The former Mary Slaney, the former Mary Decker, suffered an apparent muscle cramp and had to pull out of the women's 1,500-meter race at the U.S. Olympic Invitational Track and Field Meet. In other events, at the prestigious track and field meet at East Rutherford, New Jersey, Valerie Briscoe-Hooks set a new American indoor record in the women's 400-meter dash. Tampa Bay Bandits rolled to a 21-7 win over the New Jersey Generals Saturday night. Doug Allen, the executive director of the USFL Players Association, says his group wants a collective bargaining agreement by February 24th. Now let's check the marine forecast for Cape Flattery to the mouth of the Columbia. Small craft advisories are up for southerly winds 10 to 20 knots. There are wind waves to 4 feet through Sunday, building to 10 feet Sunday night. And Strait of Juan de Fuca winds east 10 to 20 knots Sunday, increasing to 30 knots by tonight. Inland waters of western Washington, winds southerly to 15 knots. And our general forecast. Light snow accumulations possible, partial clearing, highs in the lower 40s, and by tonight, increasing chance of rain, possibly beginning as snow, lows mid to upper 30s. And Monday, rain likely with an increasing strong, gusty, southerly wind. So we may have snow tonight, but better tomorrow. You have a very pleasant day. Good morning.
You're watching KVOS TV, located in Bellingham, Washington. KVOS TV is owned by KVOS Television Corporation.